Hello, CUSP babies, especially those born on the cusp in between Cancer and Leo. It's a pleasure to read your cards for you, and thank you for joining me here in this moment in space and time. I want to wish you all the best of longevity, a wholesome life, and good healing, all of the good stuff that we're always like kind of in pursuit of, and those comforts that touches both inside and on the outside. I want the best for everyone who checks these readings out. Is my intention for healing and to reveal hidden messages for you guys. All right, we're going to do that by breaking down the cusp, those born in between Cancer and Leo. Before we get into it, though, I want to remind you, if you go to Noren's Roundtable, the last episode 3, and comment on that video, I may enter you in for a chance to win these little divination books. One's on palm reading and the other one is on intuitive handwriting analysis, okay? So that's what's going on. Format of the video is as follows, guys. Let's jump right into it. The left side of the screen is going to represent your Cancer side, and the right side is going to represent your Leo side. We're going to draw some additional tarot and bring it all in for a best path to follow, or where we can hope to be here as we move through the month of October. And I'm sorry these are a bit late. Life's been hectic, as I feel it's been for a lot of people. It's a very busy time of year, okay? So, in that busy time of year, what's coming in from Cancer is showing here that there could be a separation between you and your blessings, between you and the recognition of that what is for you, or that which has been prepared for you by Source, okay? It's showing here that on a deep subconscious level, and sort of past the veil of what we can perceive with our five senses, there is a lot of blessings here. But it's kind of like it's drawing you. It's asking you to sort of elevate your spirit. It's asking you to increase your frequency or your resonancy to sort of the intangible, the finer things. Like when you're in a good yoga session, and you kind of come into your body, and it's like you can feel everything from your fingertips down to your tippy toes, right? That's sort of the feeling that I'm getting from this, is that it's almost like a physical sensation, but it's a removal from a blessing, or it's in pursuit of a blessing, something that should already be there right in front of you, almost like you're questing after it when there is no need to be doing so. So kind of interpret that as you will, right? Between that which your intention is set, or the blessings that you perceive in your life, whether they be that of physical or that they be of the intangible, of the love that you possibly share with somebody. This October is showing that you may be perceiving that you're a little bit farther away from your happiness than what you actually are. So take some time in appreciation of that which is around you, to come into wholeness, or to be feeling more resonant in social situations, or even just with yourself, okay, in your thinking time. Because over here on the Leo side, we have some heavy mind cards. We've got card number 43, Deep Knowing, and card 35, Education. Now, even though education goes much more beyond our mind, the education occurs in the body, in the muscular, in the nervous system, in all areas of our body. We can retrain our bodies to certain behavior patterns that are more healthy for us. With a little bit of concentration, some stillness, and some meditation, it's easy to start reteaching the body new things, okay? Now, for some of you, this is a little bit more mundane. For some of you, I feel like there is you guys are doing a lot better with your course load at school, or you are acing some sort of subject or course or seminar that maybe your job has put you in, or that you're learning for yourself so that you can promote a business even farther. You're taking in information at this time, all right? It's kind of like you're pursuing something, and you're kind of like you're getting the knowledge and the information coming in, almost like you're preparing to go out and quest for it. But for some of you, it's right there. It's right around the corner, it seems, all right? This is more than what just the cards are telling you. This is a feeling I have for you guys, seeing all four of these together. It's like something is like, remember Grover when he's like, near, far, and then he runs in, far, near. It's like, sorry, but it's like, it's almost right in front of you, but it's a perception thing of being able to see that it's there, or being able to see, like, maybe you're pouring out a ton of energy and effort, which may be unnecessary when all you have to do is bend down and pick it up, or pick up that phone call and say hello to that person, and they're like right there, or some certain planning could go into it to make, to expedite things between you and another person, all right? Those are kind of the messages coming through. So you've got some heavy mental things to balance out, I feel, and it's almost like your intuition, your intellect, your wisdom, as it were, even beyond intellect and education, your wisdom is serving you, and it is the blessing maybe that has been taken for granted, like your knowingness, right? This deep knowingness. It's like you already have it all inside. You already have the answer, but it's like, did you forget to practice it? Did you forget to use it? And now are like we retraining some certain aspects, and even though it's kind of there the whole time, I don't know. For many of you, it will be very different. Again, these are general readings, so I'm hoping a lot resonates for you and applies. Please let me know in the comments section. We're just gonna pull a few more. You got a flipper to take note of. Paige came out. She said there could be a situation here where you're kind of worried about how other people are perceiving you or what other people might be saying about you at this time. You could be a little bit guarded, but yet playful. I see this like this guarded playfulness in you where it's like if you're given the right environment, the right outlet, you make everyone around you smile, but there's like this worry, this worry that like somebody's going to take it out of context, or you're like almost deathly afraid that somebody's going to hear a story about you or an untruth about you, and then it'll all come tumbling down. But I don't think we have to worry too much. Tarot's really jumpy for this, you guys. Maybe it's asking for a thick thumb flick, and we can get that done, and then we'll get her divvied up, see what we got for you guys, okay? And trying to streamline this a little bit, get the video length down. Just not that I want to chintz out on information. It's just I know you guys, like, we're in 2018, so let's pack it with full of punch, all right? Now, on the Cancer side, we got a Seven of Cups. So that's reflective of this whole thing, sort of the wishy-washiness, or these blessings that are here that we're kind of like, we're daydreaming about, almost as if like we can't have them. They're so out of our reach. They're so far away, but we can see them, but don't touch, right? Not until you've jumped through all these hoops for these other people, or not until you've denied yourself this certain something will you perceive that your happiness exists. It's like when people diet almost, they're in pursuit of a healthy, full, awesome, ripped body, but then it's like, well, I can't have a Twix bar. Well, you know what? We live in this moment in space and time. It's always that evaluation. It's always that, you know what? Your blessings are here. If you desire this more and you sacrifice this, will it get you there quicker? Yeah, maybe by a split second in eternity, right? But it's like, we know if we're knocking off 5 pounds a month for 10 months, you know, we don't have to deny ourselves every little thing that comes along, and then thus sometimes we could feel like, oh, I'm being cheated out of happiness, or I can't get what I'm not living a very full life, that sort of thing. And it's part of the conditioned thing that's coming down right now. It's like what you see in advertising and what the mainstream wants to tell you is the idea of health or the idea of perfection. It can really upset us deep down inside when we put too much thought, when we start sacrificing too much to maybe look like a movie star or act like Joe Football Varsity and that sort of thing, right? If we are struggling for that on a social end, it can really put our feelings out of whack. And I feel that's a very strong message for somebody, that somebody is emotionally trying to cope with being themselves in a world where maybe all their friends are the spitting image of a La Senza commercial or something like that, right? Or it's like your idea of a relationship or a flawless person, or I don't know, something to that effect. Okay, guys, I won't spend too much time on it. Now, coming in from the Leo side, we've got this reversal on the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like almost like a divine discontent that's existing within the home. I feel that many of you are dealing with. There's lots there. There is this abundance. There is this learning procedure. But I feel like you guys are it's like almost, the security is almost like too much of a wet blanket at this time. There's a desire to like break free of the mold, come out of the cocoon, as it were, and stretch for more, end this particular chapter of life or knowledge or the path in turn for like making a direction change into somewhere new or trying new things. Don't be surprised if you're very wanting to go to places you've never been before, eat foods that you hadn't thought about eating before. These opportunities could be coming up to try and force you out of some sort of stagnant environmental thing that's going on for you, okay? All right. Now, best path to follow, let's see what we got here. A Two of Cups reverse. Okay, so the best path in this case is be patient and keep hope, right? If this is a situation where it's single and there's like this questing or this longing, a desire for a relationship, and it's like the forthrightness and the strong side of you that comes through in Leo is like kind of can be dominating a little bit of it at times. It's like you guys are so interesting because it's like you come on, you've got packed that first initial punch, and it's almost like you knock the other person on their feet, and then you're like, oh, but I'm an emotional, sensitive being, and then they're like, you just bowled me over with that last statement, or you just like pushed me out of the way, or grabbed me and kissed me. What do you mean? You're very sensitive, right? But it's kind of like with you, it's that very unique, that very original approach and balance, and if you're in a time where it seems like attracting someone into your life that is desirable for you for that mutually beneficial relationship, all the things you may be trying or all the things people have told you to try just don't seem to be working, and that sort of thing, this Two of Cups is saying we've got to put it out of our mind. We've got to stop separating our happiness based on this idea and just put it into a place of hope, faith, and patience because the Two of Cups is saying, like, it's there, it's going to happen. It just might not be at the present moment or at right now. It's almost like you guys, when things happen to you when you're least expecting them, because Source, I feel, really recognizes your emotional strength, and it really like puts you into places where it's like, wow, if there's anyone in the entire world that's going to be able to deal with these situations, or perhaps this particular growth spurt, or if I want to teach a Cancer Leo this, I can feel Source can feel comfortable teaching this to you because you're not going to like fully collapse and break down. You're going to embrace it with strength, and there's going to be emotional growth that always comes through with it. So it's commendable. All right, let's just take a quick look for a little bit of clarity at this Two of Cups. It usually carries the weight of relationships, but it could mean collaborations as well. It doesn't have to mean strictly relationships. For some of you, it may well be. Some of you will just be like collaborations that are like having trouble getting off the ground, or you may be having a little bit of trouble getting someone that typically sees things your way to be on board with something, perhaps. All right. And for some of you, this is an engagement that you're waiting on that isn't happening as of yet. It's like he or she is stalling. He or she is like maybe needs to be reassured, has some cold feet, or there could be some family things that are blocking there as well. We have the Ten of Pentacles, or your suspicion that the family, like somebody, might not be. So here we go. So this is something is sort of limited. It's sort of it's unable to expand at this time, yet it's very exposed. It's on display. So inadequacies at this time are going to be heightened, unfortunately, and it could be some bedroom stuff. It could be some emotional commitment stuff at this time. So please be patient. Use that emotional strength, and remember that nothing is as perfect as they want us to believe that it all is on TV or radio or whatever. Okay, those were the main messages for this reading. I love you guys lots, and we'll see you next time.